Hello and welcome to Best of the Bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP, and this is
Diane.
And what we do here on this show is we drink some cheap booze and give it a little review because we like to drink cheap booze, so you can too. And yes, I think I found myself another catchphrase there. And tonight we're going to be trying the Smirnoff Ice Spicy Tamarind. We've had the vodka on the show, and it was bloody fantastic. Oh, I can take this off. We aren't going live soon. We are live. But before we officially get this show on the road, this ball on the tomato, whatever the fuck that means, we have a little thing that we call the bag of doom. In this bag, we have a handful of random shots. And what do we do with these shots? Well, we reach in here and we are forced to take whatever is in here, the good, the bad, the indifferent, whatever it is within our destiny. And as per usual, Diane, you get to go first. Western Sun Prickly Pear. I got Russian Value Vodka, Platinum Edition. This has got a really fancy little bottle. Look at this. Look at how fancy that is.
Looks cute.
So yeah, any special cheers that we have for this evening? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Sure.
Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Two things and stuff and other stuff. Cheers.
The things and stuff.
Let's see how this tastes. Oh.
Sorry. I have a Jolly Rancher in my mouth.
Oh, I wish I had a Jolly Rancher in my mouth. Russian's Value. Ugh. Like, cheap vodka normally has like this like turpentine like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
This has got something weird going on here. Like the aftertaste is, I don't know.
Salty?
No, it's like an odd bitterness. Like maybe it's brewed with Putin's sweat. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Unpleasant. Ugh. It is not that great of a value. I want my rubles back. But how we get the show completely rolling. Our first segment is we have a little thing called the Floridman. In this week's adventures of Floridman, we have Floridman who threw a toilet through a window in East St. Louis found with a second crapper. Now, this Florida man is no ordinary Florida man. You see, much like Magneto, who can control iron and metal, this Florida man has the power to control and form porcelain. And of course, as any good Florida man who has spent his time making jankum and toilet wine, his weapon of choice is the crepier. And this man had gotten into a little skirmish. And immediately he grabbed the nearest thing he could. He pulled that toilet from which it came and hurled it towards his foe. But unfortunately, it just went through the window and onto the street, causing quite the fracas. And as he realized his folly and his error, he made a break for it. But on the way, he used his powers to pull another toilet just in case he's being pursued. And as he flees to the streets, the sirens begin to wail. And that's when he is surrounded. And rather than being caught and being studied because of his mutant powers, he decided he would just hold the toilet to not let the mere mortal men on to his true powers. And that is how we be caught porcelain-handed. Yes. I don't know where else I'm going with this. But he was forced to surrender, lest causing a war in the streets to break out between man of porcelain and man with a badge. I don't know. I thought I had a good place for this, but now I feel like the wind blew out of my sails midway. But yes, he controls toilets.
Yes, he controls toilets.
And that's the important thing. If you're gonna have a superpower, might as well control you might as well control porcelain. Thoughts?
I don't want that power.
Well, why the hell not? Why the hell not? Oh, damn it. I got excited with my stuff. I forgot to put the Florida Man banner up. Oh, well. I got too many switches and knobs to hit. Oh. But Diane, how do you feel about Smirnoff Spicy Tamarind? What are your thoughts going into this beverage?
Kind of, I can't remember what it tastes like. You said you like the vodka.
Yes, we've done the vodka. It's been in the bag-a-tomb a number of times, and I think it's quite tasty. My other question is how well is a full beverage of that same flavor going to go?
I just don't think it's going to be tasty. Like, I feel like it's going to be like drinking a Clamato. Like one of those things where it's like, oh, this is cool for 2 seconds.
A chilada?
Whatever.
Yeah. My concern is will the spiciness get like old? Because I feel like sometimes with spicy beverages, like there's a little gimmicky funness to it. But I feel like a full-on drinking of just these beverages can get old really fast.
I haven't met a spicy drink that I enjoyed.
Spicy foods is one thing. A spicy drink?
No, because then it just makes me feel like I'm drinking a sore throat.
Fun fact. Michelada is Spanish for trash. I cannot verify that, but you know what? You live in El Paso. So here we go.
To what I think is going to be not great.
It's it's fair. Although, well,
I don't think it
'cause-
tastes spicy, and that's a good thing.
yeah, it does. I
It
think the
tastes-
vodka is spicier than this. This is
This
it
just
kind of
tastes
tastes
like
it tastes like a cider with a kick. It tastes very apple cidery.
to me, it tastes like one of those watermelon popsicles, not popsicles.
The suckers,
Yeah,
a liquefied one. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. I can see that. It's not bad though. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all.
yeah. I actually think these are drinkable, very drinkable, actually.
Well, it is a liquid, and it's got booze in it,
It's
so
like,
that
well, I was
definitely makes it
expecting to
drinkable.
really like not want to drink these. Last week's seltzers, I did not want to drink. Like I had to force myself to drink those.
Don't get me started on those bangs again.
I was seriously close to just pouring them out. So I was like, nobody's gonna drink this shit.
I actually ended up pouring them out. They sat here on the desk for a while. Just had, as a matter of fact, the unicorn still has that concoction of all the flavors in it. Still sitting on my nightstand. Just sitting there collecting dust and cat hair film, just sitting there on the top. Just, you know, like I said, the bang flavors aren't bad. It's just like it's just a letdown. It is. Like I said, 99 brought it hard. And it just like why bother?
Yeah, but
Why
like
did you try?
99, even still, like I'm not the biggest fans of their flavors. Like everybody bitches how seltzer tastes like nothing, and I think we all should be grateful. Like adding more flavor is also not the way to go. Like, let me just say that. Like once you start drinking these seltzers that actually have flavoring, like you'll wish, you know, it was truly and all that shit.
Maverick says he'll buy a sub right now if I chug an entire unicorn. Now, is this going to be a punchline where you're going to run down to Subway and get a sandwich real quick? But
I would
don't
love
even-
a Subway sandwich.
you just had pizza.
Who are you, my mother? I had
Yes.
pizza like around 5:30. That was my first time eating for the day, sir.
Yes. I mean,
I like to
I
I
did
can eat
skip
one
lunch.
margarita.
That was my second meal of the day. I could actually easily drink a full 6-pack of these. I think I easily
feel
could.
like some drinks are spicier than others. Like I take a sip and then I'm like, God, not spicy. And then I take another sip and then it just like creeps into my throat. Like I just don't like spicy like drinks that are supposed to be spicy because it just feels like I just feel like my throat is irritated.
Yeah, it does. It does. I don't know what it is, but spicy beverages usually give you this weird like irritation sub. All right.
Like it just reminds me after I've been coughing for a while or something.
All right, Diane, should I go find the unicorn and see? I mean, I'll have to go get it from my room. So,
Well, are you gonna do it if he subs?
well, he's already a sub. He's already subscribed at tier 1 for 14 months. Thank you very much. But if you're gonna gift a sub, I'm down. Dan, hold down the fort.
Okay.
Can you hold down the fort?
I'll hold down the fort. I'm willing to watch you throw up. Go. The worst part of all of this is going to be the film of cat hair on top, because that is for real going to be a thing.
That's what made me do this up.
That's it. He's gonna throw up just due to the collection of cat hair in the back of his throat.
Yeah, that does kind of taste like apple cider and the watermelon suckers. What's up, man?
Okay, he's back.
I'm back. All right. I've got the unicorn, and it is filled to this nose right here. This is where it's at.
Oh God! For one sub,
It's surprisingly not too. I
lots
mean,
of cat hair.
yeah, like if there was a bunch of cat hairs, then I mean,
Can he see?
well, I don't want to spill it on my floor.
Well, I'm just telling you what you're trying is not doing anything. I can't see anything, so.
Yes, you can.
Not really. Is that supposed to be stuff?
Yes, look, it's right there at the brim. Can you see the jiggle?
Oh yeah.
Look.
Okay, okay, it exists.
Jesus Christ!
I believe in you.
Yes, the jizzle.
That's what it looks like for real.
Oh.
Just
I will give this a try. Oh fuck! It tasted horrible last time. Now it's gonna be flat.
I'm just hoping for cat hair. Cat hair is what's gonna make this all worthwhile.
All right.
Worthwhile.
Poop buckets. Why am I pooping in buckets? That's the wrong kind of show here. This isn't Germany. All right.
Well, that's something to put on the German people.
Well, you know,
This
World
isn't
War II.
German.
You brought it upon yourself.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right.
Ugh. Feel that cat hair tickling on your throat. Ugh.
Ugh. Ugh. You know what?
Disappointing.
I learned something. Actually, I learned something. They taste better flat. It tastes better flat than it did when it was. This has been sitting on my dresser for a week, and that made it taste better.
You know what? I kind of believe that. I believe it's possible. All the cat hair dulled down the shitty flavoring.
Yeah, the cat hair just landed in it, dissolved, and soaked up the bullshit.
Perfect.
Ugh. It still got a horrible aftertaste, though. It still has a. I don't even know what it has. A very chemically aftertaste. They managed to capture the chemical taste of energy drinks in their hard seltzers. Somehow they managed to make that come through. I don't know how, but I will say the cat hair and the dust made it better. But I'm gonna drink some of this to get rid of that taste.
Yeah, this is decent drinking.
Yeah, this ain't bad.
But
Is it the greatest beverage I've ever had? I don't know. Now, the watermelon one that I made out of all the spicy tamarind and the fresh watermelon, I think that was better than this. And it was stronger. And you had boozy watermelon to eat afterwards.
Yeah.
But a lot more effort went into it. So, grab this off of a shelf or make a watermelon beverage and have boozy watermelon afterwards. You know, you decide. If you watch on YouTube, check it out on the Bottom Class Entertainment channel. It's I forgot what I called it, but it's a watermelon beverage and it's on the channel. Just, it's there. I guess I could provide a link below. Maybe I'll do that if I remember. If I don't, it's there. Check it out. I don't know.
would I drink this again? Yes. Would I pay for it? Most certainly not.
Maverick is a man of his word, and he gifted a sub to Mailbox 1349. You are a man of your word. Like I said, this.
I honestly would have hoped that would have caused you more turmoil,
I actually thought it was going to too. I'm actually surprised that for once something turned out in my favor.
All I'd be thinking about is like how much cat hair is probably floating in there. And that it would just make me like want to gag by thinking about it.
Yeah, well, sometimes you roll the dice and sometimes, it comes up Millhouse. And today, everything's coming up Millhouse.
Am I disappointed? It's a little bit better. Yes. Am I shocked? No. That shit was so awful.
I honestly was good. I was expected to.
I seriously, I never turned down a booze, and I was so tempted to just say, you know what, fuck all this.
I did. Honestly, now I feel like at least I didn't completely waste my money and a trip to El Paso, because 3 of them, actually 2.5, no, 1 3/4 was wasted.
I drank mine. I honestly didn't even feel a buzz though. I think that's the thing that was the most disappointing. I don't know if it was just because I was drinking them so slow that it just never had a chance to accumulate to shit. But I was just like,
probably.
I was like, all I feel like is sick.
I had a solid buzz, but I had an extra shot before the show started. Why? Because I want to take a shot out of my Lucky Cat. The grape Kittles wasn't bad, like the purple Kittles. The flavors weren't bad. My problem still comes to the fact that
were bad. Except for Pina Colada wasn't bad. I just don't like Pina Colada as a flavor.
I thought most of the flavors weren't necessarily bad. My problem is Bang should have a stronger kick to it. You're freaking Bang. That's a problem. They should have just, I don't know.
It was so bad that we're not even talking about what we're doing.
I know. It was so bad that it just it's overpowered, because this is a solid beverage. It is tasty. I enjoy it. I could have a 40 of this and I would be a happy man.
No. Heartburn, dude. It just kind of feels like heartburn. I feel like I did have pizza, but like I feel like I'm gonna get heartburn.
Everything gives me heartburn, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, well, I'm not quite there yet. So this is something where I'm like, here it comes.
I think it would be better if it was a little stronger.
Yeah, it's 4.5, so that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I would say this beverage is fine. I wouldn't say that it was boring. It's boring because this is a solid beverage. It's solid. Am I super excited about it? Not near as much as the vodka. The vodka is fun to take shots of. And I think that's where this goes wrong. Is it's taken the gimmick too far. This is better off just being a shot.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not I guess I'm not, and yeah, I just wouldn't get it again. I would say if you feel like drinking something that's 4.5%, get this.
Yeah.
But that's
Maybe
just not how I live my life.
maybe if the alcohol level was kicked up like 1%, if it was like 5.5%.
I'm not honestly, when I drink, I'm not a sweet.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem, is it's sweeter than I expected it to be.
I'm just not a sweet person. So it's
That's
just
true.
like this is and all we've been doing lately is just sweet shit. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. But that's life on the bottom class. We'll I don't know, we'll try something different later.
Ugh.
Ugh. I don't know.
Just sweet stuff. I would never, for the most part, with all these reviews, if it's sweet, it's never gonna be bought by me personally. Except for Four Locos, that is for real.
And MD 2020.
Well, no.
No?
I would not buy that either. That was the drink of my childhood, but like I would not buy any of that like as an adult.
Unless it's for the show.
Unless it's for the show. Usually you pay for that shit, so I'm not paying for it.
Well, yeah. Every Friday is Four Loco Friday.
Yep.
That should be a thing. Four Loco Friday. Taco Tuesday, Four Loco Friday. Bam. I made it. You know what? Four Loco, contact me. Marketing, I got you.
I like Four Locos because I feel like I get the perfect amount of drunk. Like, I don't know.
Last night, they bought me 2 bottles of soju. I pounded them both. It was glorious. I was so happy.
Were you drunk?
I was a solid, yeah.
I guess you don't have to be drunk every time, but were you like tipsy?
I was solid I was in the butter zone. I was in that zone where you're not too drunk. You're by no means sober, but you just feel good about things, and you're watching some TV and you're chilling, and it's just life is good. Life is good. And 2 bottles of soju for me gets me exactly there. Exactly. 1 bottle of soju, of course, we're not talking full strength Korean soju. We're talking American soju. Full strength Korean soju, I'm pretty sure 1 bottle will get the job done.
Soju is damn tasty.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's a great beverage.
Today's beverage.
It's good enough.
Yeah. Would I suggest it to anyone? Yeah.
I would tell some people, hey, check this out if you like Mexican candies, you'll enjoy this. And you'll catch a buzz.
Do you believe that? I don't think we're going to get very buzzed here today.
Some people will.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell people they're going to because I don't believe most people would. You got any type of body mass, you're not getting drunk off this tonight. Well, I mean, we've got 3.
It depends on how many you drink and how fast you drink them.
Well, I'm going to do my best to drink these as quickly as possible.
Do you have a funnel and a tube? Butt chug, butt chug, butt chug. I'm pretty sure that would get you banned on Twitch.
Probably.
But Diane, are you ready for the next segment?
I think so.
It is time for Booze in the News. So this comes from Business Insider. For anybody that decides to watch us in Australia, there is a restaurant that bans customers with tattoos, heavy jewelry, and designer label clothes as part of their strict dress code. Why is this Booze in the News? Because this restaurant also becomes a nightclub late at night. So they started posting a sign in the windows. It says it's a ritzy Sydney restaurant called, all right, we can do this. We can do this. Maybe. Bedouin, 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 Bedouin.
The rest of us don't know what it looks like, so we're gonna go with Bedouin, my friend.
Bedouin.
Bedouin.
It is a Lebanese restaurant that becomes a nightclub after dark, and they have a sign that says no visible tattoos, no designer label, and no heavy jewelry. Now, first off, what the fuck is heavy jewelry? What does that mean? What, like, are you talking like gauged ears with a big old thick, like, I don't know what heavy jewelry means. Like, are they gonna weigh your jewelry before you go in? I don't understand what the heck that's supposed to mean.
If you look at it and you don't think dainty, then you best not wear
it. And then the other thing is, okay, you're a ritzy place and you don't want people with designer labels. Like, isn't that all like rich people wear? Or I guess flashy rich people? Because I know there's the. But if you're going to this kind of place, aren't you the type that would be wearing some flashy stuff? But they say that they've implemented this dress code to discourage intimidating appearances. Now, first off, I want to say this is racist, but I'm not sure the demographic they're trying to be racist against. Because this is just
people of colored skin, literally.
of multicolored skin. But it's and this is coming from the original story was printed in the Daily Telegraph. But I like, this is a very odd thing. I don't understand what they're trying for, especially this day and age. Like, visible tattoos is becoming very common. This ain't back in the day. You don't got Yakuza running around. I mean, you probably do, but it's very weird. The no jersey rule, particularly Raiders jerseys.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's
I was worried about wearing my Tell 'em Steve Dave jersey to Farley's. It
Yeah.
also kind of has like a Hell's Angel kind of thing because it's also like the 4-color demon thing. I was just like, I don't know if this is gonna be an issue. It's not a real anything, but
Well, it's. What are you doing?
who, me?
Yes.
I'm doing
You're
show,
making a
I guess.
shit ton of noise.
Am
You're
I?
making a shit. Yeah, like
There's a bunch of wires. All my wires are all.
I keep hearing.
It's because all my wires are mixed up, and I'm trying to.
Oh. I mean,
Whoopsie.
I'm just as bad. I tend to sit here and tap on stuff on the desk.
Yeah, well, I just noticed in that it took up all my attention, so I was just. I forgot I was
Oh, god damn it!
supposed to be entertaining.
I keep messing up my banners. I get the fancy graphics and I forget the banners.
Do you know what I would suggest this as?
What?
Chasers.
Oh yeah. Well, but do you want to take a shot of spicy tamarind and follow it by spicy tamarind?
No, I would not. I would not have no. No. I would just do like a shot of tequila.
I'd rather just have the shot. But do you have any more thoughts on our booze in the news with I still have the booze in the news
into
banner.
that kind of thing though. I could see that being a thing. Being like, y'all want to pretend like we're from back in the day and nobody has tattoos or
no pinstripe suits, you see. Huh?
What else? Heavy jewelry and what?
Heavy jewelry, visible tattoos, and designer labels.
Mm.
So if you're just walking in with like a Ralph Lauren polo thing, yes. No peanut stripe suits, eh?
I would like a penis stripe suit.
I mean, everybody's got their thing.
My double-breasted penis stripe suit.
Now, the one thing I have to say though, I'm not from Australia, so how is this discouraging, intimidating appearances? Now, like I do know there's a thing called the cashed up bogan, which is basically like trailer trash with an ass load of money. Now, maybe they won a lawsuit from like an accident with a tractor trailer or, selling drugs. So maybe there's a thing where like these cashed up bogans come rolling in and they got their, Ralph Lauren, shirts and like, I don't know, like a Calvin Klein hoodie, and they're like tatted up and they got gauged ears and a gauged nose and a gauged ball sack. I don't know what they do. I'm not from Australia. So is this like a thing?
Is a ball sack gaugeable? I feel like it would be, maybe.
No, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't.
Okay, cool. I mean, I don't know nothing about ball sacks.
I was being facetious.
Well, I could just see, like, I mean, I don't know. I could stretch out the skin and then somehow find a place to punch a hole or something.
But you'd have to go through both sides, because if you just did like one side, your balls would fall out through a gauged hole.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess maybe I don't know.
It's not like at the university where they have the cows with the holes in the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would work the same.
Yeah, well, I was imagining like straight through, just like stretch out the skin and then just clamp And then,
Just clamp it, just like a hole punch. Just
yeah.
put a rivet in. Just
Yeah.
God, that would hurt so bad. That just sounds very
We'll look it up
unpleasant.
later. Oh, I wonder if it's real. It could be real. I don't know.
Like, would I be surprised if somebody's done this? No,
Gauge ball sack.
but you know, would it be a wise thing to do? No, it most definitely would not be.
You don't know. You don't know what wisdom comes with a gauged ball sack.
Wisdom,
Yeah, you can never
like
know.
does gauging your ball sack open up the mind to multiple personalities?
Like it probably opens the mind and chakras and all that junk.
It centers your chi.
Oh, I see it. And it's like exactly what you think.
Wait, you found it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's real.
Wait, hang on. I gotta find this now.
Just
Like,
look up gauged ball sack, everybody. You'll find one.
we will not be putting on the computer to share.
Just look, everybody look into my glasses and I'll stare at it.
Holy shit.
But yeah, that's exactly what I imagined it to be. It's just kind of scoop
Huh.
the balls aside, and then you just got the skin with like a.
Huh. Hmm.
But yeah, everybody, that's your homework for tonight. Look up kids ball sack.
Like, I
Decide
feel
if
like
that's right for you.
this was photoshopped.
Yeah, it looks like it could be, honestly.
It really, it could be.
But I really want to believe which ball sacks are real.
Like, yeah, I want to believe that's a thing too.
Maybe I should put scrotum. Isn't that what it's called?
Yes.
Maybe I'll get more. Maybe ball sack is too. Well, now there's a picture of this lady looking through a gauge scrotum.
Yeah, I found that one. There's another one with this dude with a bunch of tattoos and piercings, and it looks like his coin purse is just hanging out the side, and it's also gauged. But like,
oh, I see it.
I feel like, how would you? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Are you dumbfounded as a person with a penis? You're just like
I am flummoxed. Oh, here's another one. There's one dude. You can see he's holding his junk to the side, and they're putting an arm through the gauge.
An arm?
An arm.
Okay.
Huh.
That's impossible.
Huh.
I don't see that one. That one is can you really stretch out a ball sack to where a whole arm could fit through?
Well, the thing is like you got to pay attention because, like, at first you don't see what's going on. Like, it's if you go to the Google, you do gauge ball sack, go to images, and then you'll see the one image with the sack hanging, and you can see the kitchen table. Then you'll see the pure sky, and then you'll see some dude sitting there at a table. I'm not sure what's going on there. And then you'll see the next image is a dude that's got ridiculously gauged ears, and then you can see him holding his junk to the side, and somebody's put their wrist. It looks like a female arm. So it's a dainty arm.
Dainty or not dainty, an arm through a ball sack is pretty impressive.
I just have so many questions and so many concerns. Like the logic that's going on inside of my head, it just doesn't make sense. Like,
Well, there's no logical reason to gauge your ball sack.
I realize this, but like,
That's
I'm just
purely
thinking
for
of
fun,
anatomy, and I just like, I'm starting to question. Like, there's a couple that look like they might be photoshopped, but this one in particular, I'm just not sure. But I don't like it. It's also on Reddit.
Does it just give you distress?
It does. Like, what if his balls just fall out? What if the whole
Can your balls just fall out?
Well, yeah, because it's a sack. Like, if you put a hole in a purse, your shit's gonna fall out. Holy shit. I don't even know how to feel about any of this. I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to quit looking at this. I'm clicking it out because it's causing me anxiety. And I'm just like, what if your testicles just plop out? I don't even know. We haven't even got to our actual main topic. I don't even know.
Oh, we haven't? I thought testicles was like...
No, our main topic was supposed to be this Mormon thing that I was talking about.
I'm want to talk about the Mormons?
Yes, we talk about the Mormons because the title of the show is called Mormons, Mysteries, and Mayhem.
Well, we had just reached.
We definitely got to the mayhem. The mayhem had happened. Oh my God.
The ball sacks.
Oh my God.
Ball sacks.
Oh my God.
I hope you dream about it tonight.
I just might. Yes, this is the mayhem.
I looked up gauged vaginas, and that's more of a horror show. That is not at all what I was thinking it was going to be. And
all right. Let me go to this, and then we'll get to the Mormon situation. Because now I'm curious.
Wait, are you going to look up gauged vaginas?
Yes.
It was more of just like scope views of inside vaginas. It looks very medically and
yeah, it is.
and not.
Huh.
Because I would think, you could do the old,
No, you can.
Can you?
Yeah. I mean, they're not like massively gauged. It's not like the gauged ball sack situation, but there's some larger than they should be rings in there. But yeah, that's not a horror show. That's the gauged ball sack is an issue.
The first ones I saw were like, okay, I don't want to stare inside someone's soul, eh? I'm just trying to look at gauge vagina lips. Like, come on now.
You know what they say? The vagina is the window to the soul. Not the eyes, it's the vagina. Okay, now. Okay, clear my mind. All right, clear the thoughts. Remove it. Okay, now. So let me go to my notes. I took some notes. Hopefully this will get me back on track. Because I'm not gonna lie, that gauge ball sack just fucked my world up. I regret the whole thought. Okay, so this story is about a man named Mark Hoffman with two N's. He was a member of the Church of Latter-day Saints, and little did I know. Well, I guess I'm not surprised by it because Catholics do the same thing. You like Vatican's got all kinds of super secret historical documents that they have hidden away, because they don't want the world to know the truth. The Mormon religion has done the same thing. They have lots of historical documents in a library. Some are there just to be there, and then there's stuff that's kind of kept hidden away because they want people questioning the religion. Fair enough. Cults, all religion is a cult. It doesn't matter what denomination you are. But this man, so he's deals in ancient documentation. A lot of it's mostly related to the Mormon church. So he's somehow gets his hands on all these crazy ancient, texts that are from, centuries behind. One of his first big discoveries is something called the Salamander Letter, which, if you know anything about the basis of the Mormon religion, is it's saying Joseph Smith was visited by an angel by the name of Moroni, and he tells him where the gold-plated stone, the gold-plated text are, and it has all this information. He has a seer stone, he translates it and all that shit. But this Salamander Letter, which was supposedly by Joseph, that was handwritten by Joseph Smith, said it was a white salamander that came to him and told him where the gold plates were. And then there's some other documents that are not of the Mormon religion, like it was like he supposedly found the original paper called Oath of a Free Man, which is supposed to be the very first printed document in the U.S. And there's been several reprints, but nobody's found the original one. Supposedly, this guy found it, and he's gotten pretty well known for finding these crazy, hard to find historical documents. Then one day he comes across something they called the McClellan Letter, the McClellan Letters, and it's supposed to be a bunch of Mormon religious stuff. And it was said that he was going to sell it to the church for $300,000. It's supposed to be a briefcase full of all these documentations. At the same time, he's approached this other historian who deals in historical documents, and they were going to put the Oath of a Free Man out there. And that was supposed to be worth like $1.5 million. So he's got these two major documents out there that are being verified. And the McClellan Letters, he was supposed to get them verified by a guy named they put up my notes. Steve Christensen. All of a sudden, there's a bombing at Steve Christensen's office. Unalives him. And then the other guy that introduced him to Steve Christensen, suddenly there's a bomb shows up at his house, unalives his wife. Then all of a sudden,
Mark Wait, Hoffman, did you say unalives?
Yes.
So like people are dead?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. It took me a second to realize what unalived was.
I'm trying to YouTube friendly it.
Oh.
Thank you for changing things. So these bombings happen, and then all of a sudden, Mark Hoffman is in his car, and it explodes. And he's in the hospital. he's going through all these surgeries, reconstructive surgeries, all kinds of stuff. So big investigations start going around there. The Mormon church is kind of in the way of stuff because they don't want, their secrets exposed. There's lots of investigations going on. And as the investigation goes on, a witness comes forward saying they saw somebody go into Steve Christensen's office, and he was wearing a green high school Letterman jacket, just without the letters on it, without the letter on it. And then somebody else comes forward and says, well, Mark Hoffman has a jacket like that. But that's not too unusual because one of the high schools, that's one of their colors. So through the investigation, they find the jacket at the house, and then they find a bunch of other random weird things going on, and they start looking at some of the documents. Are you okay there?
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay. So they start investigating some of the documents that Mark Hoffman has had a hold of. So the FBI gets involved. And at first, a lot of his documents are sent to all these different experts, and they're shown to be authentic. The age is right. The carbon, like all the little things that they were doing at the time, was accurate. But the problem is, this is 1985 when all this is going down. It's 85. So a lot of these documentations are being authenticated as being the real thing. Through the investigation, they start discovering a good majority of Mark Hoffman's documents are fake. He faked them all. So as they discover a lot of these are fake, because they notice like a lot of the ink and all the documents he handled had this unusual cracking. They compared it to other documents that I know for sure he did not have his hand on, that are old documents long before he was even born, did not have this type of cracking. And it turns out he's been faking just ridiculous amounts of documentation. And he started doing the bombings because he didn't want to be found out with the McClellan letters, which was all fake. The Oath of a Free Man, faked. And he was about to be exposed. So in order to avoid being exposed, he decided to start blowing shit up. And one of the bombs just accidentally went off in his car. So, but as they're going through this investigation, they're finding out not only did he fake a lot of historical documents that went to the church, there's documents from U.S. history that have been faked. He's done like different types of poetry from authors that have long been dead. He's faked so much stuff that there's a possibility some of our history might be based on fabrication by this man. He's faked so much documentation over the years. He actually faked so much documentation, he decided to start selling real documents to cover up all the fake documents he was making. And when he decided to do the McClellan letters, what screwed him up is he hadn't made all of the documents first, so he didn't have time to finish all his process. He's been making fake documents since he was 12 years old. And he started with doing coins. He actually sent fake coins to the US Mint, and they authenticated it as real.
Good on. Sounds like he used his superpower for evil. Not good.
That's true.
I don't know if it's evil. I personally am not bothered.
Well, once he started blowing people up.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's not very fun or nice.
Yeah. But yeah, like, so the way he got started doing this is when he was a child, him and some friends went on a uh, treasure hunt. And what he had done is ahead of the treasure hunt, he had got some coins and aged them and put them in a jar and buried them ahead of time. So when everybody else is digging and looking around, he kind of digs some spots and then finally he's like, oh, look, I found some. And when everybody saw that he found these coins and he found the treasure, it's like, oh, and from then on, he enjoyed the power and the ability to find all these undiscoverable things. So he started making them. And he'd
Wouldn't
been
that
doing this
be,
for
like,
years.
cool though to know like people want you to be like right so badly that they just accept that you find all this rare shit?
Yeah.
Like everybody's just like, you know what? Oh look, he did it again, and nobody ever like. I feel like to some degree that's everybody going like, we're willing to just, you know.
Well, but the thing is his fakes were so good. He was tricking all this like super expensive equipment that was supposed to tell you if it's fake. Like,
So he wasn't just tricking people; he was tricking technology.
yes, his fakes were so good. He was tricking a lot of technology that day. Now, would it trick today's technology? I don't know. He's been in prison, blowing people up. Gets you a long time in prison. Usually. So it just what kind of baffles the mind is just the idea of what if some of these major historical documents have all been a lie? And by the way, he was an atheist. He originally started thinking it was fun just to mess with the Mormons.
Well,
And I'm not gonna lie, that I find hilarious. Not because they're Mormons, but like the idea of being able to create fake documents and mess with any major religion. I think that's funny.
I always just
It's a good prank.
I always admire people who could do things like this because it's like it takes some sort of ingenuity or, intelligence or
Especially
skill at
considering
least.
he started doing this when he was 12 years old.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, maybe if somebody like guided that hand and he could use that for good and not evil, but yeah.
Well,
Smart kid, I guess.
I approve of some of it. Like the salamander letter thing, like the whole thing of a salamander pointing them, it totally upended like a whole, like the president of the Mormon church or the head of the Mormon church, wherever he is, whatever his authoritative thing is. He was like, it was proven to be true at this time. Like it totally screwed up a lot of stuff. There were people wigging out. They were freaking the fuck out because they're like, a salamander? It wasn't an angel. It was a salamander, a talking salamander. I mean, you could easily spin it, God visited him through an animal in a image that's more comforting, because they feel like an angel coming down and glowing and wings and all this stuff might freak you out a bit.
Yeah,
the salamander walks up and is like, oh, hey, bro, you want to see something cool? I found these gold plates. Come check it out. And, you follow the gold salamander. I would think I just ate some drugs. I'd be like, oh, all right, let's go see.
If an angel had to come down and visit you, what would be the calming presence it would show up to you as? I'm thinking Richard Dean Anderson. Or
I was thinking a like Muppet style baguette.
Muppet style baguette.
I don't know why, but that's the first thing that popped in my head. Like a baguette.
Pretty comforting.
It's got some googly eyes, and then like
I want to change my answer. I want a Muppet style baguette.
Yeah, that's not all. And like the way it talks, like it kind of breaks in half and the mouth opens. Like it's like I wish I had a hoagie roll at least to kind of give you like a little demonstration. It's like, oh, hey buddy, check this out. I found some gold plates that got some amazing words on it. And then look, there's a seer stone. Check this out. It'll help you translate. It's in Egyptian, even though it supposedly was written by Hebrews who speak Hebrew, not Egyptian. But you know what? Let's ignore the facts and let's just go check this out. All right, bro? By the way, here's some moldy bread. It's got some ergot. It'll be a fun time.
Jeff Goldblum, maybe?
See, you want people. I want weird objects.
No,
And I
don't
feel
come
like
talking to me as a fucking object. I've done enough drugs to not listen to whatever an object has to say. Okay.
Well, then that's your problem.
I need a human being.
I need like a lamp.
Maybe allow one of my cats to talk.
A croissant would be okay too.
Oh.
A bagel would be too much. A croissant, a baguette. Hot dog bun sounds too trashy. I feel like it would want me to start a riot in Jersey. But like a baguette has some authoritative presence to it, and so does a croissant. Because it's fancy.
Authoritative. I mean, a baguette is authoritative because I think but a croissant.
I mean, it's a croissant.
No.
Croissant. I could take some like life-changing news
Crescent?
from a solid carbohydrate. Maybe even a baked potato would be okay.
I would have a big cottage pie if it's got to be like a food.
Cottage pie.
Cottage
I just
pie
feel
or
like,
sauerkraut.
but the problem is, like even like all those, like if it talked, I just feel like it'd be like Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs, and stuff is falling out and he speaks and cheese flies out, kind of thing. It'd be like that, but cottage pie just like potatoes and cheese flying at your face.
Oh my god. Pizza the Hut, I thought was one of the most disgusting. I thought Pizza the Hut was grosser than Jabba the Hut. Like Pizza the Hut was nasty.
But it worked for the joke. I'm just saying.
I'm saying, I guess if God needs to speak to me, do it through like 80s era Richard Dean Anderson, Jeff Goldblum, or Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi's teeth.
Who else is out there that could talk to me? Oh, Jeff Bridges or Bo Bridges. Any of the Bridges. Could be an angel.
That's true. A wine bottle, maybe. But I still picture them all Muppet style.
Muppet style wine bottle would be an angel.
Yes, any of the Bridges. Golden Gate, Brooklyn, any of them.
You know what I would want? I would want it to be God himself,
London.
and I would want it to be the God from South Park.
Well, if it's, I would rather have Satan from South Park come and visit me and talk to me.
That's true. Well, either one.
If it's Alanis Morissette, I'd be okay with that. Nico, Nico, Nico.
Hello.
We're having a lovely conversation about God. and the Mormons. And if like an angel would come talk to you, I said if
It would
God's
be my
presence
female
was to
angel.
come out and speak to me, I would want it to be in a Muppet style baguette or croissant. Croissant. I just feel like it'd have to be a Muppet style something. Or this. Actually, if this spoke to me, it would be lovely. Imagine if this just opened its eyes and said, "Hey, bro, I found these golden plates. Follow me and we'll check it out."
I would want to talk to a bidet.
A bidet,
Yeah.
but you don't want to get sprayed in the eye when it speaks.
No, I would stand far away from it. I know how a bidet works. But I would uh, I would love to hear what a bidet would have to say.
You don't know that for sure.
Yeah,
You
well, I kind of
don't
think they would be like
know
kind of
that.
trashy. Like, I don't know, classy but trash, pure trash, you know? Because bidets are high class, I would think.
They are high class. The soul mental soul to God. I think the Catholic one has it because I had demon dreams where they take it and they're like, "What the fuck? Where is it?" That's kind
I've
of hilarious.
I've had I think the scariest dreams I've ever had have been like I'm dying or going to hell. Or my sister died and she became an angel, but she was all fucked up, like her fingers were all fucked up. And like I was like, "Mom, she's dead." And my mom was just like, she's fine." And she's over here all like with wings and shit. And I was like, "No." And I was just crying so hard. I was like, "She's dead, she's dead." And then I woke up and I was just bawling so fucking hard because I was
that,
just like,
that's a terrible dream.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's horrible.
But I just remember I remember it so vividly, and I just remember waking up and I was already in my mom's bed and I was just bawling so hard, and my mom came in and she was like, "What's wrong?" And I like explained it to her, and I was like, I knew I was awake and it was fine, but it was just like I was so fucked up after it. Like I just woke up and I was like, I'm not okay.
I
It
wouldn't
just
be either.
fucked me up so bad.
Dude, I hate having dreams that are like so intense like that, and then you wake up and you're just like traumatized by your own brain.
Yeah.
It's like shit that didn't even happen.
It was just
Oh,
like I've had those are the two worst dreams I ever had, and then the other one was I crawled through a fireplace and I ended up in hell, but it was like the house, and it was like it was so. I just remember waking up and being like, I'm still scared. Like I don't know what to do. I'm like, it just fucked me up so bad.
mm.
But I've always had vivid dreams, and then when I was taking sleeping pills, that's when shit got like too much.
I won't even fuck with sleeping pills. I ain't gonna fuck with them. For one, I already I've had history of sleepwalking, and the fact that Ambien encourages sleepwalking. I would be one of those people that buy a one-way ticket to fucking France or some shit. And then wake up on a plane halfway to France, no money, no nothing, just stuck in a foreign country. That'd be terrible.
Dreams are just
Because the one time I had a paralyzed dream, the demon was covering my mouth so I couldn't scream, and I just screamed something in my mind in a different language that made the demon vanish. That's pretty crazy. Only if you're Roseanne.
I honestly I stood up for Roseanne after that.
Yeah, I mean, to be
But
fair,
then I found out like apparently she's not a good person.
I
Like
mean,
I mean, I get head injuries and stuff. It's hard to know, but like apparently she's done a lot of not so nice things to people,
Yeah. The biggest thing is she's a Trump supporter.
as you know.
Yeah, she's a Trump supporter. And I just
I guess I don't know. Like I really wanted her to be nice and fine, and I really wanted it not to be an issue. And then um I think Maverick was watching a documentary or something on YouTube about her, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" like, I stood by Roseanne, that it's like she's just been an asshole to like everybody. Because
yeah.
like I was just like, how could they just abandon her when like shit got rough and everything? And then it's like, oh, she wasn't really the nicest person to
Yeah.
have to deal with just in general. And I was like, oh, I guess I didn't know what I was talking about, but like when Roseanne said
True.
she thought the bitch was white, I legitimately believed Roseanne thought the bitch was white. like
That is true. Like
I was like, yes.
I didn't know she was like part black, but I did. She does look of a person of color of some sort. I don't know what it was, but you know what? Sometimes don't spout off hateful things, and you'll avoid these situations. That's all.
Well, because I just thought, like, okay, so she took some Ambien, she fucked up, and then everybody just like abandoned her, and then I felt bad for her, and then she was on Joe Rogan, and she was talking about like her head injuries and like her, own personal problems, and I was like, God, I feel for Roseanne, and then I just saw all how shitty she was to other people throughout
I
her whole
mean,
thing. I was like, that's a
it,
bit of a bummer.
it's a factor, but you know what? Sometimes you got to be accountable for your own bullshit.
I don't know. I want to believe. I really like to give people the
True.
benefit of the doubt. I really do.
I do too. Sometimes.
I'm not pleased. Like I don't get excited when all this shit happens to people. I'm just like, ah.
I'm not a big time cancel everybody for whatever. I feel like people should have the opportunity to grow and learn. Because I will tell you what, the shit I said when I was in high school was some dumbass shit. And I don't remember what it is, but I'm pretty sure some of the shit I said and did in high school, if it came back to haunt me, I'd be canceled. Because when you're young, you do some dumbass shit. But the important thing is you live, you learn, you grow, you expand your horizons, you get broader than your own little circle, and you learn stuff. There's consequences for being dumb, but there's occasions where some people need to be canceled though. I will say the people that don't take their fuck ups and be like, well, hey, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have done these things and keep doing the same fucked up shit. You know what? At a certain point, you'd be like, you're done. Or if you're, Cosbying or Weinsteining people, maybe you don't need to have a platform of sorts. Just, just when you're doing super fucked up shit, that's a different thing.
Yeah, I just with Roseanne, I was just like, well, she's letting you like that was part of her intellectual property, and y'all still get to do the show. And I was just like, God, how could you turn on Roseanne like that? And then it was just like the more I found out, I was just like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
when
maybe she wasn't such a nice person. Because
yeah,
like I guess too, like that's also something. If everybody turns on somebody, there's usually a reason. Like there's usually a reason.
that's
If
true.
if people stick with the person, then for the most part, there's at least like people think they're a nice person to some degree, but everybody was like, "Fuck you, Roseanne."
Yeah, that's true.
like
She had very few people backing her.
I think that's like important to pay attention to when like these things. See who actually knows them and who's been around them, and how many of them just go, see ya.
Oh, definitely.
Because I can
Yeah.
guarantee half of those people were wanting to and waiting to for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They just need an excuse.
And she sure gave everybody an excuse.
For sure.
So, Diane, have you heard about this? Victoria's Secret model with Down syndrome?
Is it that one chick with the red hair?
No, she's blonde.
Oh, okay. Because I know like there's this chick with the red hair who's been catching.
Yeah, this girl right here. Shit. What's her name? Sophia Hero? Hero? Here, shit. I'm gonna put it back up here. This is her name. Right here. Sophia Hiro. But she's from Puerto Rico. And she has Down syndrome. And she's the first model to Victoria's Secret's Down syndrome. Now I don't know. I don't think so. Victoria's Secret has had a long-standing problem with having models of a specific shape and build. And Victoria's Secret's done a lot of really fucked up shit, basically. So, but there has been some changes. I think they've fired the president and the CEO. There's been a lot of changes. And so one of the first things they've done is bring this Down syndrome model in. And I definitely think that's different. It's interesting. I don't think it's a bad thing, I hope. But I get concerned about corporations that have a sketchy past. And I'm hoping all the best for her in the futures and everything's great. But I get concerned with the previous history.
Yeah, well, like, because they were gonna close here. Cause like, and I heard like I was like, why? And then like the main thing I heard is they rather go under than actual half inclusive sizes. So I have not been able to shop at Victoria's Secret since high school. Like,
yeah,
it's not even so
exactly.
much. It's not even all the way like a plus size thing or whatever. Like, I was a string bean and still couldn't fucking like shop there. Like,
yeah. See, I think it's good that they're trying to do some inclusivity. But like I said, what concerns me is because it is Victoria's Secret. And she still has the body shape of them. But I'm just like, I get worried that it's one of those, look, we're being inclusive. She has Down syndrome, but she still fits
the bill.
The Victoria's Secret build. So, like, apparently this is a dream and something she want to do. And honestly, I applaud that. You know, you get it, girl. You know, but at the same time, I worry that they're exploiting her. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know where I fall on this. This could be interesting.
Oh, speaking of which, I was gonna say, have you heard about the Peter Dinklage stuff?
No.
And the Hornswoggle situation? Because like Peter Dinklage.
Yes, this is what I was saying. Sorry. But Nico said, yes, I feel like it's one of those staying to their traditions, but still being like, look, we're
This is
changing, we're doing
different.
some different things. That
Yeah.
that's the icky feeling I get from it. But you know what? Let's see where this goes. We'll let it play out, but I fear I fear for the worst, I guess is what I'm saying. Anyways, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. He basically got on Mark Maron's thing and talked about how they're doing this at like ass backwards Snow White thing because they were gonna actually put seven dwarves
Oh
in the
yes.
thing, and he was just like, "Well, this is crazy." And then like a lot of people in the dwarf community came out and went like, "When the hell did he become king and speak for the rest of us? Like, these are jobs made for us." Like, I would
Yeah.
not get to be in a high paying movie. Like, this is Disney we're talking about. You could make the careers of like seven dwarves. Like,
Yeah.
if they get like in this, that's like great exposure. And he just basically was like, he talked shit about it. And then Disney was like, well, we don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Or I can't remember his actual name, but the guy who was Hornswoggle came out and was just like, dude, I would love to be in there and I could get six other actors who would love to do this. Like, don't
Oh,
listen to him. Like, who made him fucking king? Like, they were just like, that's crazy that like seven other actors could have had a job, and just because it's not him, like, or he wouldn't take the part, it's not
yeah.
worthy. Like, it shouldn't exist at all. And he was
I mean,
just like, whose fucking side were you on?
yeah,
Like,
I definitely get that. It's definitely one of those
so people are like mad at Peter Dinklage
yeah. Cuz
because
I
they're
mean,
like, who the fuck are you?
how many movies write parts specifically for somebody that is a dwarf or little
Yeah,
person or
it's a rare.
short statured, vertically challenged, whatever. I don't know.
And people were
Whatever.
saying too, because and when they think of those roles, they're gonna think of Peter Dinklage because he's the guy.
Yeah.
So like people are pissed that it's like, okay, you got your part. So the rest of us are just fucked. Like,
Yeah, cuz
you can't play all seven dwarves, so
before
none
Peter
of
Dinklage,
us can.
well, that one dude played all the Oompa Loompas. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it could have been done. Because what was I gonna say? Fuck.
But like people are starting to get annoyed with Peter Dinklage because they're just like, okay, you got your big break, but what about the rest of us?
Oh, definitely.
Because there was also a thing too a while ago when he was trying to say that they should
That is
get
true.
rid of dwarf or little people. I don't know what the correct. I don't know if little people is a term, but like tossing, you know. And this one guy was just like, there were a couple of things of like, hey, dude, that's how I pay my bills. You're gonna eliminate my job. Like,
Yeah.
I get that it's like, yeah, you shouldn't just pick up a little person and toss him, but it's like he was like that's how I get paid. So if you get rid of this shit, like what am I supposed to do?
Definitely. That's a valid point.
So like
I find
people
that
are starting to
happens.
really get annoyed with him.
Yeah, I find that happens sometimes when somebody of certain fame of whatever kind of starts saying stuff, and it's like everybody else is whatever. It's a racial thing or whatever. A minority of some sort, and a certain person has a differing opinion, and suddenly studios are like, "Oh, well, this is the big person in this area, so maybe we shouldn't do those certain things." And it does kind of harm other areas.
Yeah, but like, yeah, because like other actors were just like, he can't speak for all of us. Like, I would love to be like happy dopey, like
Oh
whoever.
yeah, definitely.
Like Disney doesn't like do anything half-ass. Like you're giving seven dwarfs a chance to like get out there and actually get out there. They were just like he was on the news and Hornswoggle was on the news and talking about it. He was just like, hey.
Shit, what's his name?
I want to say it was Brian, but I don't think so.
It's Brian. or he might be Brian. I should know this. No,
I
it's
want to
not
say it's
Brian.
Brian or I think it's Daniel, but like I'm also
I don't know.
just like I don't know if that's my brain is. I'll Google.
I don't know either. Let's find out.
Dylan, maybe.
It is Dylan. It is Dylan. I know it is Dylan. Now I said Dylan. It's Dylan. No.
But yeah, I think that is like
Dylan
a real issue when
Postal.
yeah.
Yes, it is Dylan because I know he's shown up quite a bit with Brian Myers and Matt Cardona, and who else was in?
But he was, but like one of the things he said too was like, he was like, yeah, I had to play, my part was a leprechaun or whatever. But he was like, all I've ever wanted to do since I was little was be in wrestling. And I would have never gotten the opportunity if it wasn't for playing Hornswoggle. So he was like, I got to live my dream in a profession that I never would have ever gotten to if it wasn't for this. And so he was just like, so the fact you're being super judgy about all this is like, he's just like, this could be somebody's dream come true. And you're just basically like,
shitting on it.
Yeah.
That is true.
It could, just because it's beneath you, it should be beneath
everybody. Yeah. Now, Leanne, these are important subjects. We're running out of time.
Wendy Williams. No, I'm just kidding.
We do need to rate these. And I just want to say I've easily gotten through 2 of these, and this is the 3rd one. Did you get to your third one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Drinkability is actually pretty good. I just want to, okay, in comparison, last week with the bangs, we had 4 of them to get through. And those were 5% alcohol per volume. I got through like I don't know. I think if you added up like 1 1/4, all 3 of these, I'm burning through. I am drinking these like water. Okay. That is definitely a factor. The drinkability of these.
It's not bad. For something that's a spicy flavored drink, it's actually not that bad.
I think it's good. Overall. It's not as good as the actual vodka. 100%, it's not as good as the vodka of the spicy tamarind. But it's pretty fucking good.
Actually, well, I don't know.
On our little scale,
I feel a slight buzz.
I feel good.
But that's also like a shot. We have the bag of doom and then also our pre-shot.
Yeah. Just 3 of these on their own.
Not very great.
Yeah. But they're 4.5% alcohol per volume. The bangs were 5%. They're 0.5% stronger than these. And we had 4 of them. And we didn't even get through. Like, you were thinking about pouring them out. Yeah. I poured at least 1 3/4 out. And then just chug this on a business arrangement. But we did give Bangs a jobber. And I went on quite the rant. 3 times last week. These though, they're definitely not a main eventer. So here's let me give the rundown for anybody that hasn't watched the show before. 5 out of 5 main eventer. 4 out of 5 upper mid card. Mid card 3 out of 5. Lower mid card, 2 out of 5. And a jobber, 1 out of 5. Now, the main eventers are few and far between. We got Soju. We got 99 in the main event scene. What else do we put in the main eventers? I don't know. Those are my top rated ones by far, 100%. Now, this is definitely not a main event situation. This is not like an exciting enticement.
No.
It's definitely a gimmick. This is like Papa Shango.
Papa Shango.
I enjoy this. But I still don't know if I could go to an upper mid card either.
No, I think it's mid. I think
Solid
you see
middle
this in
of
his
the road.
fridge, assuming they have a decent amount of it, you're gonna be okay drinking this. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you'll be happy.
You'll be tipsy. You'll leave there feeling fantastic. But yeah. I'm just not sold on any of it really. But it's not bad, so mid
Yeah.
card.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's a little sweeter than it should be.
Yeah, jobber to the stars.
Yes. That's the mid card, jobber to the stars. It's good. I enjoyed it. Like, I definitely do not hate this. I definitely, if somebody were to hand me this and be like, oh, ooh, I would be content. I would not be disappointed. And I could actually, like, at first I was concerned about drinking 3 of these. Would this get old really fast? It's not. I'm still enjoying myself. I'm still having a good time. I'm still happy. We're rolling. We're good. Everything is just fantastic. Would I buy this again? Probably. Would this be something I'd want to keep in my fridge on a regular basis? Not so much.
No, never. Nobody. Why would you do that to yourself?
But it's good.
It's not the worst. But it's not.
I just realized-
Drinkability in this moment is fine, but like day 2 of this would be
Oh, yeah.
torture.
Kurt was supposed to pop in and try it. And I guess he didn't. You know what? Now he doesn't get to try it. Wah wah. But this is good. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, it's not really that bad. It's
I don't think it's bad at all.
surprisingly, yeah. It's better than because I don't like spicy
Yeah.
drinks, but it is like it's very drinkable. Very drinkable.
It's got a solid balance. It's spicy, but it's enjoyable. It's lovely.
And I think that's very important when it does like that is an important thing when it comes to drinking booze. The drinkability of it all.
Yes. And it has a solid drinkability.
As we learned from last week, drinkability is so fucking important.
Oh,
If you
yes.
can't get a buzz just because you can't chug it down like at a decent rate, like yeah.
But now, okay. I want to bring this back to the bang. I just want to recap. If you have a unicorn cup, a tiki unicorn cup, and you mix all 4 of the flavors together, and then you take this cup and you set it on your nightstand for 3 weeks in a room with at least 3 cats in it and a small dog, and you ignore this and you leave it unattended and it gets flat.
Did you say 3 weeks?
No, 3 cats.
Oh, I thought you said 3 weeks for
No.
3 cats.
For
I
1
was
week,
like,
for
how
1
long is
week
it?
in a room with 3 cats on a nightstand, and it has to be a unicorn tiki cup. When you get dared to drink this on a live stream for a gifted sub. Suddenly, it tastes decent. That is how you make Bang hard seltzers taste decent. 3 cats, 1 week, unicorn tiki mug, nightstand, and a gifted sub. Bam. That is your recipe to make this cocktail tolerable. This, you just need to open it and enjoy. That's it. That is all you got to do. It's fun. It's fun times. Fun times await you. It's great. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. 3 cats, 1 week, tiki unicorn mug, nightstand.
I really was thinking he was going to throw up. I was expecting it to be like just the cat hair alone. I thought would kill him, but
yeah.
he
No,
survived.
go back and rewatch it. You will see the surprised look on my face as I chugged down. This thing was full up to the bottom of its nose. I chugged this thing down like nothing. But if you saw last week when I tried to drink just that much of it, it was horrible. Oh, it's got to go flat too. I forgot. Flat, 3 cats, unicorn tiki mug, nightstand, 1 week. Bang hard seltzers will taste decent. Not good. Decent. And then have one of these spicy tamarind ices nearby to wash it down. And you're good to go. And this has been Best of the Bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, click that bell, get the notifications, and you'll see our lovely faces when they're available. Or you can watch us live at twitch.tv/bottom class. Give us a follow if you'd like to give us a subscribe. We'd love a subscribe. I got to pay for these boozes out of my pocket, and I'm doing the best I can. And if you want to help support us, we'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll have some more stuff coming soon, hopefully, eventually. I'm trying to make things better. I got some cool graphics now. We're doing some stuff. We have a website, pericoproductions.com. It has links to all our social medias, and there's some merchandise there if you want to get a t-shirt with our goofy faces on it. I got to revamp some logos and stuff. That's going to happen eventually. Whatever, it's going to happen. And yeah, these are our socials at Bottom Class, Instagram and Twitter. I also got the TikToks. Check out the TikToks. It's lots of fun. And yes, I've seen you're doing some commissions. I have some thoughts. I was thinking about giving you a little DM. I just got to figure out my thoughts, and I'll hit you up. But this has been Best of Bottom. Bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. And we love you guys. Give us a follow. Give us a subscribe. Give us some likes. Do all those things we like you to do on the YouTubes. And we love you guys. And you can see us next Monday live right here on Twitch. Same drunk ass time, same dumb ass people. And we love you. And we'll see you next time. Bring that shit in for a hug. Bring it in for a hug.
Tasted pretty good.